What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is March the 6th. I want to give you a pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that said, let's get right to it. So starting off with data. So one of the two big consumer related data points did come out today. So ADP non-farm employment came in at 140 versus the forecast was 149. So not necessarily the best, but I feel the broader market was already kicking off a value rally of sorts. A lot of people are starting to just kind of think that the last couple of days, the sell-off associated to that was unjustified. So you're seeing a little bit more of a value rally versus people truly looking at the data. Aside from that though, you do see the fear and greed index dropping from 79 to 74 yesterday. So a big change in dynamic. But aside from that, it still is under the greed component, might potentially even extend back into the extreme greed today as the broader market does rally, and no company is really unveiling their earnings today is going to disrupt the broader market. So today is kind of going to coast. Powell is going to be speaking at, I believe it is 10 o'clock, so that's something to pay attention to. But a lot of the stocks I'm talking on, or will be talking on, is very optimistic. Starting off with SOFI. SOFI is up 1.65%. No actual news, no SEC filings to kind of justify that, other than the fact that 15.27% sell-off yesterday was extreme and unjustified. So give yourself a shout out if you were one of those individuals that did buy yesterday, or are you waiting for lower lows? What's your thoughts on that? As far as shorts, they're not doing all that much right now, so just increasing, it looks like 5,000 shares. 17.52% of the free float is being shorted, and 159.03 million shares overall are being shorted. Just wanted to bring this up. It's kind of comical if you think about it, but when SOFI is selling off, this is where this interesting individual, so David Calvaleri, whatever his name, who does have a 43% success rating, comes in and gives a $3 price target. Sell rating, his rating is horrible, so only half a star, so probably one of the worst analysts that does cover SOFI, but I don't know. He must know someone or is working with shorts, because there's no coincidence the fact that shorts have been increasing significantly in SOFI, but yet, I don't know. Interesting. So aside from Wedbush though, you did have another one, KBW, Michael, who has a 59% success rating, which is relatively good, but they gave a 650 price target, still below kind of where it is right now. If you're looking at trading SOFI with it at 741 pre-market, it is trading between this S3 and this S2, which is very beaten down. And so $6.81 is that very strong support. Didn't really get tested yesterday, so that's something just to kind of be aware of, but $7.47 is going to be that next strong resistance. So you'll really want to watch for SOFI to get above that today. Moving on, good old Palantir. So Palantir is up 8.36%. This is what they are doing, or what they do, so you can always pause it, read through it, do whatever, but they did put out news, and that was this. So Palantir to unveil new customers at oversubscribed AIPCon, and so that's going to be held, I think it is tomorrow, on Palantir's YouTube channel. So pretty cool stuff. It shows that they're unveiling 20 plus new customers, and so obviously I feel like that is somewhat justified, this uptrend of 8+%. As far as shorts though, they are returning 175,000 shares pre-market. 5.21% of the free float is being shorted, and 102.94 million shares overall are being shorted. Looking here, if you're looking at trading it, so with it at $15.80, it does look like there is going to be a new 52-week high for Palantir. So as far as support and resistance points, 25.57, so it might potentially retrace below that today. Just again, watch that support to hold. Then aside from that, $26.22 will be that next strong resistance. Moving on, so this one is ticker AISP, Airship AI Holdings Inc. It is up 59.19%, and interestingly enough, with this company, there was news that came out yesterday saying that they did get awarded a sole source contract with the Department of Justice, but that's what gave, I guess, a justified uptrend of 200% yesterday. But there's no news to kind of match anything, so I think today is just piggybacking off of yesterday's momentum, and this is what they do, so you can pause it, read through it, and whatever else. Shorts aren't really in this company, so that's kind of a positive sign. 2.17% of the free float is being shorted, and 286.24 thousand shares overall are being shorted. And if you are looking at trading this with it at $7.79, it is between this pivot and this R1. Very, very wide gaps, and you can already tell based on the 52-week range, this is one very volatile stock. But aside from that though, watch 557 to potentially hold, and then vice versa 1004. Oddly enough, I don't anticipate either to be touched, but you never know. Yesterday it went up 200%, so it could touch this 1004. So just kind of tread lightly. Aside from that, ticker is CELZ, so Creative Medical Technologies Holdings. It is up 29%. This is what they do right here, so pause it, read through it once again as usual. As far as why they are going up, it is because they looks like they did receive FDA orphan drug designation for one of their transplant therapies, and this company is somewhat heavily shorted. So right now shorts are increasing 36,000 shares or 37,000. 5.46% of the free float is being shorted, and 73.42 thousand shares overall are being shorted. Cost per hour average is 273.29% or 23%, and utilization is 53.31%. So kind of not really a squeeze stock, so I think with it going up is just a lot of FOMO. And right now with it at $5.24, so going into today, some points to watch for: 342 will be the support, and $7.47 will be that next strong resistance. I don't anticipate either of them being touched in my opinion unless something dramatic comes out, but similar to what I've brought up already, it's very volatile, so looking at the 52-week range. And finally, one last stock, and that is this. So ticker's IFBD, InfoBird Co., and it is at 40.73%. And so when it comes down to this company, I was looking, there's absolutely no news whatsoever to justify why it is up. So if you guys know, for instance, let me know in the comments below, but I don't see anything. There's a lot of volume today though, so this is why it's on this list. They kind of pushed back. I believe I did do a video on this company last week, only because it was selling off, because they pushed back the date of their reverse stock split, and that's kind of sketchy if you ask me. But still, this is what they do, so pause and read through it. It is based out of China, so take that with a grain of salt, of course. This company, it doesn't actually have any short interest, and that is because they did a reverse stock split on March 4th, so that was the date that they changed it to. It does indicate that they are on the threshold list, but ortex usually has like a 1 week lag after a company does a reverse stock split before they get all their kind of ducks in order, or whatever you want to call it. If you are looking at trading this though with it at $7.26, looking here at this S1, so it's between this S1 and the pivot, I think this is just more of a value rally. There might be some dilution of sorts that is occurring right now, but looking here, like, it is crazy volatile. Even the 52-week range had a low of 344, high of $568. So this is one crazy stock. A lot of volume is getting in on this, so this is why I just wanted to bring this up, but this one be very cautious about if you are going to get in or not. Also, on a side note, if you are looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as press releases, SEC filings, transcripts from previous earnings, and fireside chats, take a look at Seeking Alpha Premium for a 7-day free trial. So highly recommend you guys taking advantage of this, because if you're curious on a company, if they've ever done a reverse stock split, you can easily just pop over there and double check just to kind of rule it out. And plus, it does have everything. So earnings, it has every massive breakdown that you ever do need. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that, appreciate all of you watching.